Hi, I'm Boomy, your life and relationship coach, and today I wanted to speak about a very, very positive topic, which is all about the green flags in your relationship. Now, I know we tend to focus a lot on the negative things that usually go around in our lives and the lives of other people that we know, but there is something called the positive things and the green flags in a relationship, which I want to discuss today. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, because every week I come out with at least 1 or 2 videos that are hopefully useful to you and people you know. So make sure you subscribe and like and share if you feel that a message that I'm spreading is worth sharing with someone you know and who may be in need of a little bit of an inspiration. So let's get straight into the topic. The number one sign to know that you're in a good relationship is that someone is changing for you in small or big ways. So look, as I said before, the fairy tale concept of if I have to change for someone, then they're not the right person for me is so outdated and actually not relevant for good growing relationships, because change is the only constant. So if you have a partner who is changing for you in big or small ways and making that effort to make sure that they can make you feel happy and important and special, hold on to them, because that is an amazing sign that your relationship is progressing in the right direction and that you are with somebody who is going to make an effort, even if that means changing their habits. Because trust me when I say this, habits are very hard to change. So respect and appreciate someone who is going to change for you, even if it isn't small things. All right. The second step is someone who is not potentially a good communicator or doesn't have the same language as you do, but are making a constant effort to be better in their communication skills with you. And here I want to give an example of me and my husband. So it's not just that sometimes the main language isn't the same language. It can also be that you are 2 different types of communicator. So in case of me and my husband, he's an introvert and I am an ambivert, which means that I can be very comfortable speaking to people, a bit of an extrovert, a bit of an introvert. So we do enjoy our silent moments together because we're very comfortable with each other. Yet at the same time, because he's an introvert, I have to sort of help him communicate better with me, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. He enjoys the fact that I ask him open-ended questions, so it helps him think and communicate in the right way with me, and he's absolutely fine with me taking a lead on the communication front. So if someone is constantly making an effort and you know that they're sort of genuinely just not as talkative as you for other reasons, then you know that this person still has an intention of having an absolute transparent communication channel with you, and that they are making an effort in every way they can, or you are making that effort to help them open up and communicate better with you, right? That is also an amazing green flag. The third one is someone who introduces you to their friends and family early on. So let's say you've started dating someone, and if within the first 12 weeks they have introduced you to their friends and family, then they are very committed, and that's an amazing sign. Now let's just hope that this green flag comes along with a few others that I'm discussing today, because then you're onto a winner. And you definitely want to invest into such a relationship and make a similar effort. So make sure that you're not the only one taking, you're giving equally. Okay. The fourth is when someone can let you be yourself, and you can find that right balance between, sort of being a couple, but also being independent and an individual. I always say teamwork, dreamwork. So someone who is amazing in the team with you as your partner, but also understands and appreciates that you're an individual and that you have your hobbies and your quirks, and they let you be. One of the things and ways I know that my husband feels that way with me is because from the very beginning he said that he feels at home with me, which is a huge compliment, guys, because if you are feeling yourself and feeling so comfortable with your partner, then you genuinely tend to bring out your best self, and you're not sort of on the back foot, so to speak, in a relationship. So Make sure that, you know, it's the same in your relationship, and that you guys are giving each other that right sort of balance when it comes to being yourself and also adapting and flexing for each other. The fifth point is when you feel challenged in a good way. And here I mean that, you know, it's not a way where you're anxious and paranoid, but a way where you feel like really challenged in a sort of an inspiring way, where you can respect your partner and you're happy to make certain sacrifices. Now, this happens both ways as well. It is never just your responsibility. It is equally your partner's responsibility to make sure that, you know, when you challenge them in a good way, that they're able to come back positively from it. Now, challenging a partner is not about judging them or criticizing them. It is about bringing the best out in them. Again, a personal example is that my husband sometimes struggles with self-confidence purely because English isn't his first language. And so when I challenge him to sort of, you know, just feel more confident or be himself and communicate the best he can, he does feel a little bit challenged, but it is in a good way because I'm trying to help him grow and better his communication outside. So make sure that it's, you know, it's a good, healthy challenge, and it's a good, healthy level of sacrifice that comes with it. Okay. Now, when you're challenging your partner in a healthy way and they're not taking well to it, so if they are starting to feel anxious, then take a step back and let them be, let them breathe, and explain your narrative, explain why you would wish them to be able to do something better or differently. Communication, again, is key, and this communication has to come with a lot of empathy. All right, so moving on to the sixth point is basically making sure that you both want more or less the same things in life. And that's a huge green flag, right? Because there is no disconnect. More or less you know what you want from a family perspective, finances, career, you know, travels, big and small things. Know that if you have more or less the same goals and the same direction you're walking in, then it becomes an easier relationship to navigate through the hardships of life that may come along, you know, because life can be full of twists and turns, and you want to make sure that you are in a partnership that supports that sort of level of, you know, ambiguity that comes from outside of your inner circle, which is you and your partner. And the seventh sign the seventh green flag that I would like to raise here is empathy and patience. So know that if your partner is not patient, they probably lack empathy to a certain degree. Now, this is not always set in stone, and obviously all of us can be wrong in sort of understanding a partner every now and again. However, a rule of thumb is that if you are a patient person, you do tend to have more empathy. And likewise, when you have a lot of empathy, you do tend to be a more patient person. So there are subtle signs here that you can see when someone's being impatient. So how often do they react to road rage? Or how often do they sort of find themselves emotionally sort of tracking back when you're uncomfortable or you need emotional support, right? Because it's not always that your partner can be fully empathetic and fully patient with you either. There are frustrations in life that, you know, can sometimes create tension. However, the balance should tip more on the side of empathy and patience. And if you are in an early relationship and you don't really know how to assess this, just see their attitude on, as I said, when they're driving. Do they have a lot of road rage? Or when they're communicating with someone like, you know, a janitor or a waiter, and see how subtle they are in terms of, are they empathetic? Are they patient? Do they have a bit of a temper? Because these are the subtle signs where you can say whether a person is going to be empathetic and patient in the long run in a relationship. Because guys, we know relationship can be a lot of work, and if relationships are not good amount of work, as I said, healthy challenge, then it can start to feel really, really boring as well. So there has to be a healthy balance of what you want, what you need, and what you are getting from your partner, and likewise what you're giving to them. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Once again, if you haven't subscribed, please do. and like and share this video to someone you think may benefit from this advice. Thank you.